Hey there, folks. This is David on David's Brain, and welcome back to our ongoing Let's Play of Metaphor ReFantazio for the PS5. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and get treated by Patreon links in the description at the bottom. And, holy crap, where do I start? Yeah, turns out that we are indeed the prince. Or rather, just as self-fits or fanfic that, well, look, long story short, due to some wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, the prince got reabsorbed back into Morpheus, and, well, basically, basically, in Kingdom Hearts terms, we managed to beat, rejoining of the Heartless and their nobody, and now they're a complete, the prince is back. Anyways, and yeah, it turns out that the sword, the legacy sword, a sword inherited from your late mother, the queen, who was also a talented blade rider. Yep, so my hair's white now. And yeah, with our absolute awesome new archetype here. The Prince archetype. The manifestation of the Prince archetype. With powerful attack and buff skills, the Prince excels in controlling the battlefield by increasing turns and enhancing an ally's strengths. A unique ability to cast all synthesis skills makes the Prince's presence highly valuable for the operations they enable in battle. And yeah, you're not kidding here. Yeah, there's a synthesis spell for every occasion. Yeah, including Royal Sword. Deals severe physical or mighty damage to one enemy, increases damage against human-type monsters. And yeah, Chronicle of the Armageddon's Final Sire. Yeah, the Armageddon spell. Windblade. Let's see. The Blackguard's Hammer. Let's see. Fire Art. Sable Dance. Let's see. Warrior, Thief, or Mass Dancer. Hayden Ice Crag. Let's see, and Wild Boar. And let's see, deals extreme physical pierce damage to one enemy and significantly decreases their attack for 3 turns. Alright, seems compatible with everyone except for the Berserker for some reason. And yeah, I think I'm going to be sticking with this for the rest of the game.
New skills, new possibilities.
Yeah, call me crazy here. Alright, anyways, oh yeah, we're still not done with our exposition. Alright, the Old World. A world from over 1,000 years ago, completely unlike the present. The sole civilized inhabitants were called mankind, a people linked to the present-day Elder tribe who wielded magic on a level far beyond any known in the present. The nation fell during the War of Destruction, an apocalyptic worldwide conflict. Very few traces of this world remain, such as the city ruins that slumber beneath the Dragon Temple, as well as the artifacts known as divine relics scattered throughout the land. Several, including, a piggy bank, back in Montiara, we saw there was like a piggy bank, a Demonica helmet, and also that Holy Grail that, Holy Grail that Ford had brought. Let's see, where is it? There it is, the Holy Grail. Yeah, a terrible and forbidden chalice which deceives the human heart to rule and control them. Yaldabaoth. War of Destruction. A world war from thousands of years ago waged by the original tribe of mankind, which begat the destruction of the old world. However, this also marked the birth of many weapons. presently known as divine relics and dragons, made possible by their incredible advances in magic technology, far beyond any in the present day. Milady Gruide, that intruder came here to claim the prince's life. As it stands, his mission remains unfulfilled. In other words, the assassin hasn't fled. You should assume he lies in wait, biding his time for another opportunity to come at you. Oh, he's not getting another chance. By their very nature, Varies are magical beings who can recalibrate the density of their magma particles at will. Should the need arise, they can make themselves practically invisible to those with lesser sensitivity to magma. And this is why Galaga goes largely unnoticed. It is also why fairies make excellent messengers. I dare say the Sanctum is the sole place you'll find as many fairies flitting around without concern for being hidden. Needless to say, this bond is a testament to the long-standing intertwining of elder traditions and magic.
I beg your pardon.
That sword once belonged to the prince, did it not? Though I suppose now that makes you its rightful owner. One glance and I can tell. You still use it even now, not only for combat, but for sword surfing as well. That sword was a gift from Her Highness, our queen, and your mother. She was quite skilled with it. Free spirit as she was, she'd fly about the forest, much to the ire of Lady Gruide. Any doubts concerning your lineage are disproved by this blade and how you use it. You are indeed Her Highness's flesh and blood. Alright, so apparently my mom was a big sword surfer. Interesting.
There's too much to take.
The assassin came running out that door. Who could have assumed he was still hiding within the sanctum? A sneaky little prick. Yeah, I'm gonna find him, rip off his horn, and jam it into his third eye. And that assassin who fled. His flow of magma bore little resemblance to a normal person's. It was unsettling. Please be careful.
Oh, now this I can't believe.
And that spell that went off was massive. I'm sure even the intruder wanted to know what was going on. Seeing as they came to kill the prince, they're probably after you. People from the outside world are mad. Tell me about it.
What in the blaze?
I thought the assassin fled. What was he doing back here? Don't tell me you were followed. Yeah. That's definitely what Zorba was doing. And now he's here to finish the job.
But what is there to do now?
There's quite the clamor coming from outside, isn't there? Oh, please don't let there be another incident. And don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Awful.
What?
Just awful.
Now, what is it? Accursed scoundrels, have you not stirred things up enough? Yeah, no, don't worry, I'll flush them out. Are you leaving to the outside? I don't like how the outside feels anymore, so be careful, okay? After all, you just woke up from the longest nap ever. Oh, see you later. Yep, see you in a bit. That figure who just darted by. Is he not the one who came to murder the prince? Oh, so the knave was hiding. He ran towards the stairs. Russell, is everyone safe? We are. We've had no casualties. However, we were swept aside like pebbles, unworthy of even a glance. I could do nothing but watch. I was powerless against him. Actually, kind of a good thing you didn't try anything. He probably would have just killed you just for shits and giggles.
No.
There was little else that could have been done. Responsible as they were for the downfall of the resistance, any move we might have made would have resulted in needless sacrifices. I believe the intruder sensed the power of the prince's awakening and came to investigate. I don't know why he would have run away, but surely he has a plan. Tread carefully, please.
Watch out!
We'll chase after the intruder. Russell, everyone, please be careful. Of course. And with the prince only having just awoken, that accursed assassin went racing out of the cave. I can't fathom why, but he looked most bemused. It was rather unsettling. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, he wants. Yeah, he wants us. He wants. This is all just fun and games for him.
Ready?
We need to hurry after the attacker. Are you ready? All right, now I'm good.
Ready?
There he is.
Stop! You. Zorba.
So it was you behind the attack?
Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What did you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away, but it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The Melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
The power of your newly awakened archetype, the Prince surges forth.
This guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like fate by now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
Yep, the Prince archetype. Prince is an archetype exclusive to the Pro Tag. You can now change it out as you wish. It can add to support for all synthesis skills. It has unique traits not found in other archetypes, but none of its skills will be transferred. Okay, cool.
Alright, let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
The blade's edge!
Even my strength looks like we can't brute force through this one. Backing out for
My
now.
turn. Forward. I'll take this. Didn't work.
So
Stay
much for that.
insane in a fight? Not bloody likely. Let's split some heads.
Oh, so as long as I have him in the party, I could use any... Oh, that's gonna be tasty.
How's this?
It's okay. We can do this. Lend me your strength. I'll cut through.
I refuse to die yet.
Someone heal him fast! For victory!
Now it's Summoner.
It is your turn! Yufa hit their
My
weakness!
son must wait. Ninja! Nothing personal. Sorry.
Why, hello, Hello there.
I'm ready whenever. I love this part.
Let my power support you.
What happens next ain't my problem.
Ty's
My
in
bad.
danger. He needs healing now.
Prince! Scour! Alright, how's that?
This is the power said to belong to a priestess. Summoner. The situation is changing. I leave the rest
Time
to you.
for the leading lady. Ty's knocked out. Someone help him get back in the fight.
Still fight!
Ty's got knocked out. We gotta revive him.
Here you go.
I shall repay this
Captain's on his
favor
last legs.
tenfold.
Someone
We'll do
get
this
healed
together.
up.
Not by this power. The blade's edge! Come on!
I'll give you the performance of a lifetime.
I retreat
Here I
for
go.
now.
This is the power said to belong to a priestess. I shall refrain. I can do this. Not this tactic. I shall use this.
Thanks.
That helped us out.
Thanks.
Everyone okay? Gotta heal up. You all hurt bad. Can anyone get on healing?
All right. Don't be scared.
Lend me your strength.
If you would.
No holding back!
It's too early for my exit. Fake her! This might sting.
Uh-oh.
Quick, knock them off again! Knocked out! We gotta wake her up! Juna's down! Someone, quick! Get her back on her feet!
If we all work together, I shall rethink this. We have provisions.
Time for my grand
Stay
comeback.
insane in a fight?
Someone,
Not
get healed
bloody
up.
likely. Use now. Think later.
I knew you'd help.
That helped. I am grateful.
I will fight with pride. Prince!
It's regenerated the headwind. Here comes another round of wind attacks. I'll show you. Wind should solve this. Let's blow them away.
This is the power said to belong. Let us combine our powers.
It's up to you now.
It is your turn! That ought to turn the tide of the battle.
Who should I beat down first? Let's split some heads.
Never mind.
How's this?
It's okay. Maybe I'm all prepared. Maybe there's a better choice. Prince! Wind!
You hit their weakness.
Even white
That's your
lies
opening,
can
Captain.
still wait.
I call upon a royal soul.
a weak spot!
Oh, souls of kings, give me strength.
Heed me!
I destroyed it! I pray that did something.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again!
You're out of here.
Let's stay calm. Let's set it up!
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
I'm counting on you.
Fire!
Don't underestimate me. Come on, help me out. This might sting. Everyone is counting on me. Summoner. It is your turn!
I'm ready whenever. You better be ready.
We've regenerated the headlights. Here comes another round of wind attacks. Badly hurt. Get her some healing. She's knocked out. We gotta wake her up. Juna's down. Someone, quick!
I won't hold
Get her
back.
back on her feet.
Scour!
You hit their weakness. That's your opening,
cannot
Captain.
fall yet.
For victory!
We'll combine our strengths.
Come forth now. That ought to turn the tide of the battle.
Stay insane in a
Can we
fight?
get her some healing?
Not bloody likely. Here you go.
Time for a night grand
It's okay.
comeback.
We can do this.
The rest is
Leave it
yours.
to me! Now, what's the play? Samurai! Guards up and eyes forward!
That was helpful.
Yuba's really hurting. Can someone help her? Yuba's hurt bad. Can we get her some healing?
Let us switch.
Leave it to me!
Okay, closing in. About bloody time.
It's up to you now.
Don't say I didn't warn ya. Tough one.
Charging in. Lend me your strength.
Hold nothing back!
Wind! Push through!
I can't. Closing the distance.
All right, we got him down.
They die hard.
I've sworn oath of knighthood for all that we strive for! Now, comrades, lend me your strength! Perhaps not this. Let justice prevail! I'll destroy you! They yet cling to life.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again! Regenerate the headlights! Here comes another round of wind attacks! His legs are back to normal! They only just taken them out! Heal! We've gotta do something about those apples! Let me handle those apples.
Yeah, please.
All right, leave it to me. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there.
Follow my lead. All right. Don't be scared.
It's okay. We can do this. Let's set it up!
Show them our might!
Scour!
Now,
That's
what's
your
the play?
Captain.
I call upon royal power within! The power of lightning! No good!
It didn't affect them.
Sworn oath of knighthood.
Okay, so... Alright, yeah, wind doesn't work on the wings.
Behold,
Good to know.
we stand together. I crush you.
Oh, right.
Who should I beat down first?
Berserker!
Wait a sec.
Yeah, yeah.
Only a second.
Hit hard!
Now you've done it.
That's all. Stroll badly wounded. Anyone heal him? Stroll can't take any more.
Let's go.
Someone heal him.
Let's work together. Go! Wind!
You hit their weakness.
I'm
That's your opening,
not out
Captain.
of this yet. Let's make an end of it.
Strike true.
The power of wind! Right on target!
Phew! Finally! Ooh, got the Wind God's Gale. Nice.
That'll do. Nice. I feel stronger already.
Even I had more to learn.
Yes, I've become stronger.
I'm better and stronger.
To greater heights.
Ooh.
The bastard got away.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible, but don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking. Everything's going according to plan.
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. We'll not find any public backing like this.
Alces once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both, heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire, in condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Right.
Years of prejudice won't go away overnight. Nothing could accomplish that. Well, if we don't believe things can change, they never will.
Come what may. My life is a shield raised in your highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
Oh, don't you know it?
Of course. I'm prepared.
Yes, that determination is how we'll stop him.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
Lost too many lives along this journey, and if Luis has his way with the world, such parties would become all too common. Yeah, we have to find him and put him in the
I'm never
ground.
giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
Well, I hope you'll sing a victory song.
Looking forward to the victory song.
Well, we've got bigger things to worry about now. But I can't wait to sing it.
You... I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father, and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault. But listen well. Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
Sounds like a tall order, but I can get it done.
Yes, I will.
Our final battle lies ahead. We cannot lose. Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the Gauntlet Runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real. Oh, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Likewise.
Likewise. I'm glad to be your ally.
Yep. Though, I guess our toughest challenge is next.
Having overcome her trial, I can sense newfound conviction for Gallica as both my ally and a friend.
The mystical fairy, Gallica. She who still keeps the virtues of the mage. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
We've got the path to tomorrow in front of us, and I'm gonna lead the way.
And now I can finally study the Elemental Master and the Warlock, and during squad battles I might get extra turn icons. Awesome! Now study Elemental Master and the Warlock.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
This is the magic of music that Gallica cast for me once. Now that I think about it, it may have helped me in ways I didn't realize.
By the way, the Chiefess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they hoped for you, I guess. I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
This book is a legacy of my parents, the late king of Uchronia and the queen of the Elden Sanctum. Perhaps the utopia depicted in this book wasn't a mere fantasy, but ideas of the old world passed down in the Sanctum.
The part we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together. The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds a little more metaphorical. There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
The true utopia was never achieved. The so-called utopia depicted within the novel was based on the old world, but it fell to ruin when it was destroyed by a war. So if this book traces the trajectory of the old world, are these truly the ideals we're striving for? Seems rather the opposite.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Gruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village, that little by little. The pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Even if we were to win the throne, there's no guarantee my idealistic vision would ever become a reality. So, we'll just make do with what we have.
Right.
And yet, what choice is there but to believe in them and fight on? The alternative is to accept that nothing will change.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
And yeah, so how does Moore fit into all this? Academia. It seems I've been summoned by Moore in a dream.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be Elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you? Or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to. And once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler, not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks.
Indeed. 'Tis his hands that bear our fate.
Who? I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward to the thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the Ascension of Kings.
Yeah, I definitely need to pay Moore a visit again. I'm reminded that Moore was the author of the fantasy novel. Has Moore visited the ancient Elden Sanctum?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okay, all our preparations are just about set. Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
All this royalty? I always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
Don't get reckless out there. Just leave it all for me.
Don't get reckless out there.
It falls to us to fight with all our might.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing? Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
I couldn't really couldn't really care less. Just to make sure, just to try and get this country back on track.
I want to protect this country and its people.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
Let's see, the ancient Elden Sanctum. An ancient village where the Elder tribes lives in hiding. The state army destroyed the village, but a few survivors escaped.
This place here.
Let's see. Oh, come on.
This place
Alright,
here.
back to Grand Trad.
Let's move.
Yeah, let's get back to Grand Trad. We'll stop Louise this time for sure.
You see?
I doubt all in Grand Trad will give us a warm reception. Still, we should choose not to fight when Louise's victims only pile higher.
Yeah.
I doubt all in the Grand Trad will give us a warm reception. Still, should we choose not to fight, then Louise's victims only pile higher. Easy to say won't help anyone, but do it is a whole nother thing. All the more reason we gotta prove we're serious by putting our lives on the line. We'll lead by example. Besides, it won't be the first time we crawled our way up from the bottom. Yeah, just gotta go out there, take care of some quests, earn some rep, you know how it is.
Having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne. Even so, they march ever forward, spirits rekindled by battle. They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general. The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
What?
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
Batlin? Who are you?
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more, the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently, and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of ring.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh no, of course not. I'm just saying.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
A Sanctus bigwig gambling away his tithes? This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I'll tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman! You've seen Count Luis lie to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
All right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oi! What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us. Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the Flying Palace. What are we about to see? Ah, the Royal Palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O King? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it? Listen well, O King. The truth behind the royal magic. Huh. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin. In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Thou wert elder.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart. And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Oh.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital, Grand Tran. But they are greeted only by ominous skies. Their return hardly counts as a triumph, considering how they departed. Anticipating conflict, the Gauntlet Runner comes to a quiet stop.
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Isn't that... Oi! That monster boy's come back! Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish. The half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True enough.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns! Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored!
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why ain't His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
'Cause he's an imposter! Just like Count Luis said! You'll not fool us again, beast!
Oi!
calm down. At least listen.
And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a Paribus like you, and you spit on him! Scum! Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam. And you want us to support the prince?
Lady Juno, I can't believe this. I admired you. Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince? I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief! Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of throne chasers. Shame. Shame! Mustari girl! You ungrateful pagan! Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you! How dare you strike out at him? They're all traitors, I say!
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions, and nothing else.
We'll have your heads on pike soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
This is bad. They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Oi, over here!
Batlin!
Don't bother with them. No talking this one out. You need to run, now!
Yeah, I kind of gathered.
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not...
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue. Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone, and oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I had my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic. But we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
Well, that definitely gives us an angle here. If we can take care of those humans surrounding us, then maybe it'll assuage their fears. Neris is heading back to the Gauntlet Runner. It seems like the city's calmed down at least a tiny bit. They've had a hard time wrecking our Gauntlet Runner, but we still shouldn't chance it.
All right.
We should make our way to the Hushed Honeybee. Everyone else has already gone ahead. Yeah, so it's a literal red scare. Yeah. Are you friends with monsters? Are you a communist? Yeah, no, it's a literal Red Scare as far as I can tell. Alright, so good to call it a day, and next time we'll see if we can come up with a plan in order to get the people back. So till then, bye.